I have dedicated my professional career to the study and control of arthropods.
Okay, this is a video directed to GodGunsGutsGlory. I'm questioning the logic behind making this video at all, but I don't know, screw it. I had some things to say. This is going to be minimally 2 parts because of the material I've had, and this is multiple takes on this. I tried to flesh out or to write not a script, but an outline, and I just can't do it. I can't make videos with an outline, so forgive the ramble. I've already thrown away a couple of earlier takes where anyway. That aside, okay. God, Guns, Guts, Glory. This video, the purpose of this video is to show the world, as if anybody needs to be shown, that you are a fraud. You're a fake. You're a fraud. You lose on all accounts. There's so many different reasons why it's hilarious. And I don't mean you're a fraud as in I disagree with your opinion, so therefore I'm calling you a fraud. I mean you're a fraud because you pretty much show that you're not the person that you portray a character in your videos. And I've become convinced that's not who you really are. It's who you're trying to be. It's who you've been probably pretending to be for some time. But I don't think it's you. And there's a number of reasons why I have come to that conclusion. Okay, so even where to begin? All right. You made a video where you went through and you were scrolling through all of the people who had commented, or all the people who had used your name in the tags or in their descriptions or in the title, and you're going through looking at them, just going on, and you're talking about, first of all, I thought it was funny that you're going through going, look, finally I get to one of my videos, which is like, well, you went by a couple of your videos in that anyways, but that is an aside. The thing is that I find really, really funny about that is you go through some of my videos, go by them, and you mentioned, you're talking about even this guy who thinks he's intelligent. I'm just like, was that even necessary? For somebody, okay, if I'm so unintelligent, you never once addressed any of the points I made in any of my videos. You insulted me, you called me a pervert, you called me a homo, you did all those things, but you never addressed one of the logical points that I made in my video, not one of them. You just dismiss it. You just hand wave it away as another pervert trying to do this. You think that's, I don't know, intellectual discourse? You probably do. I mean, I've come to the conclusion, it's pretty blatantly obvious from your videos that thinking is not your strong point, okay? It's really not. I don't know if it's some organic issue within your brain or if you gave up trying. I'm going to suspect it's probably the latter. I don't think you're actually a stupid person. I think you're deliberately, willfully ignorant. And again, that goes back to you being a fraud. And I'll hopefully explain in detail the fraud accusation. I guess I might as well jump into that. The reason I think you're a fraud is that you spend a great deal of effort in your videos, the wide variety of your videos. And yes, I know. Why do I watch your videos? I ask myself that almost daily when I'm watching your videos. I'm probably one of your #1 viewers, which is pathetic. But what it comes down to is, you remember that video with that baby chimpanzee sticks his finger in his ass and sniffs it? Watching your videos is kind of like that for me. You're that chimp to me. If that description makes any sense. But that, it's a sick addiction. It's just watching this. How stupid can this guy be? How moronic, how low can he go? And you always almost daily surprise me. You dig yourself a little bit deeper. You show yourself to be that much more willfully ignorant. And so, okay, I guess I'll get back to my point. Okay, sorry. You spend a great deal of time trying to convince YouTube and the world that you are a tough guy, that you are a patriot, that you are a Christian, that you are an intellectual, that you are a true parent. You know, you spend a lot of effort making videos where that is your goal, your thing. You sit around and go with it. And I'm gonna give you just a little hint. And this is about how you present yourself, because you're trying to create this character for yourself. And I'm pretty sure, again, it's not you. You've probably convinced people in your immediate life that that's you. But I sneaking suspicion that if you were to go back 20 years ago, maybe longer, the high school 4G wasn't who you're pretending to be today. You sort of ooze it at every level, and that's what really makes you a fraud. You did a video where you're sitting there touching a burning meat on a grill, turning it over with your fingers and going, "Ooh, it hurts so good because I'm a man. Pain is good because I'm a man." Who in the fuck does that? Huh? Does that make you a man? No, it makes you a fucking idiot. I mean, who does that? What does that prove? Am I supposed to be watching that and going, "Oh, wow, he's burning his fingertips. He must be," you know? No, it doesn't convince me of anything. It convinces me that you're trying to convince me. You're trying to convince people. You spend a great deal of time talking about, this is what a real parent does, not a pervert. This is what this does. This is what you have to point it out. And I understand that your primary audience are pretty much close to as retarded as you are, and you have to connect the dots for them. But that's not your agenda. Your agenda is that if you say it often enough, you'll start to believe it yourself. Some of my friends, okay, I got, in the real world, some of my friends are like really, what you would call tough guys, meaning that, if it comes down to there's a fight someplace, I pretty much am going to bet my money that they're going to kick the shit out of whatever's in their way. And the thing about those kind of people is that they don't talk about being tough guys. They don't have to tell everybody around them how tough they are. They don't do anything. In fact, they don't mention it. If anything, they're somewhat ashamed of the fact that they were forced into a fight, or that it came down to that they couldn't talk their way out of it, and that they were forced to do something like that. And that's the sign of somebody who really has it in here. All right, a real intellectual in here, a real somebody who's a real parent. People who have these things don't feel the need to convince the world that they have it. You do, and that's what significantly makes you a fraud. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, like you made that video where you're standing in front of the mirror, videotaping yourself, talking about how you're not fat, and you're not fat. I mean, that's a stupid thing to say. Anybody who says, that's just dumb. But what it showed me, that you knew exactly your target weight, that you knew, that you obsessed about it so much, let me know that inside your head is a fat kid, right? You battled weight your whole life. Probably when you were high school, junior high school, whatever, you were a fat kid. And that fat kid's still in there. That fat kid still speaks to you. And I suspect that a lot of your videos are made to that kid, your inner child. Otherwise, you wouldn't, like I said, you wouldn't have. Who knows? I don't know what my target weight is. I have no idea. I could care less how much I'm supposed to weigh. People, the only people I know that are that detailed exactly on are people who have battled weight problems. But there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I would never in a million years, look that. Big deal. If you were a fat kid and now you're not, hey, all power to you. Congrats. That takes willpower. That takes inner strength. Okay, you did that. Anyway, I'm gonna make part 2 here. So